Hi class, in this video we are going to discuss compound interest. So we are going to compute for the interest, maturity value, present value in compound interest environment and solve problems involving compound interest. Before we start, let's first examine this table. So the following table below show the amount at the end of each year in principal P is invested at an annual interest rate R compounded annually. So you have your principal 100,000 and you have your rate 5%. So ito po no, at the end of the first year, may original principal amount kan 100,000 multiplied by 1.05 equals siya to 105,000. And on the next year, yung 105,000 mo, yun yung i-multiply mo sa 1 plus R or 1.05 equal to 110,250. Then on the next year, mapapansin mo din na yung iyong dating maturity value or future value at the end of the year will be now the present value. Then, imumultiply mo ulit siya sa 1 plus R or 1.05. So, you will have 121,550.63 and this one, yung iyong future value at the end of the year or third year will be the present value of your fourth year. Magkaroon ka naman na 1.0, i-multiply mo ulit siya sa 1.05, so you will have 127,628.16. So, what can you say with an interest with an interest that is compounded annually? So, you can see that yung iyong principal ay pinatungan ng interest at the end of the year, then yung magiging future value mo dito, yung magiging panibagong principal or present value on the next succeeding year. So, paulit-ulit siya simultaneously, nagpapatong ka ng interest. So, that is an example of a compounded interest. So, aside from that, you can clearly observe in our table that the amount at the end of each year is just the amount from the previous year multiplied by 1 plus R. So, in other words, 1 plus R is multiplied each time the year ends. So, this results to the formula of our maturity value and compound interest, which is, ito po ang ating formula, F for maturity or future value equal to P times 1 plus R raised to T. Then we have our compound interest, I is equal to our future value minus our principal amount. So this time, let's apply these formulas in solving different worded problems. So let's have example number 1. Find the maturity value and compound interest if 10,000 is compounded annually at an interest rate of 2% in 5 years. So first thing we have to do is list down our given, then identify anong hinahanap. Then from there, we can proceed with our solution. So first, 1.05 raised to 8. So you will have an answer which is 73,872.77 as your future or maturity value. Next, for our compound interest. So using the formula, compound interest is equal to future value minus our principal amount. So that is 73,872.77 minus 50,000. So you will have an answer which is equal to 23,872.77. So therefore, we could conclude that the maturity value F is 73,872.77 and the compound interest is 23,872.77 pesos. So last, let's have example number 3. So suppose your father deposited in your bank account 10,000 at an annual interest rate of 0.5% compounded yearly when you graduated from your kindergarten and did not get the amount until you finish grade 12. So how much will you have in your bank account after 12 years? So first, let's have our given. So we have 10,000 which is deposited, which is our principal amount, and our rate is 0.5%, which is equal to 0.005 in decimal. Then our time is 12 years from kindergarten to grade 12. So what we're looking for is how much will you have in your bank after 12 years. So we're talking about our future value. So magkano daw po ang magiging future value niya after 12 years. So solution, using our formula F is equal to P times 1 plus R raised to T. Let's substitute yung ating mga given. So we will have 10,000 plus 1 ay times 1 plus 0.005 raised to 12. So you will have 10,000 times 1.005 raised to 12. Then using your calculator, you will have an answer which is 10,616.78. So therefore, we could conclude that the amount will become 10,616.77 after 12 years when it is compounded annually at 0.5%.